Hello and welcome. My name is Tom.
And I'm Heather.
And you're sitting at The Couples Table.
The Couples Table is a live stream podcast here on the channel. Join us for better or worse.
For richer or poorer.
In sickness and in health.
As long as we both shall live. Yay.
Yay.
Well, goodbye, everybody. No.
I think this is 59.
What's 59?
The episode number.
Oh.
I think.
Cool.
I wrote it in the title.
Episode 59.
59.
Well,
Here we
thank
go.
you guys for being here. See,
Hello.
MrCameraJunkie, Sammy Super Star, Dominic, Homesick Mac,
Megan,
Norfolk
Bay, B.
Do you have a bay in Norfolk, babe?
Norfolk Bay.
But it's great to see everyone here. It's quite the nice little community that has formed. There it is.
Did it go?
I believe so.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I don't think you will hear it. It's quite the nice little community we've got going here. And today we're going to talk about community with impunity. Because you can't spell community without you. You in it. Wait, you at community. Yeah, you can't spell community without you in it. That kind of works. Anyway,
I don't know how that
somebody stop me, please.
Anyway, okay, so let me kick this off.
Yes, please.
I'm going to kick it off. Ready? Also, if you can't tell, I'm on the Lewitt, which is all the rage for the past 2 weeks for some reason. And Tom is on his new Audio-Technica, whatever.
AT2040.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay, so let me kick this episode off.
Kick it.
Community. First of all, I just want to say, Tom, that I'm super duper proud of you.
Oh.
Because I feel like you've really come into your own on your YouTube channel. And it's one thing when we all try to start YouTube, we all come in with the best intentions, and then YouTube's like, you know what, we want you to do this instead. And there's that like compromise of like, you know what, I want to do what I want to do, YouTube. Even though you're telling me that I should probably do this, and you really just stuck to it. And on top of that, I think that, you know, I met you as you were breaking out of this shell that I feel like you have been in. And like one of the things that I did when I professed my love to you, I told you, I hope you find a place that you belong, where you feel like you belong.
Yes.
That is my wish for you. And I feel like you created that through a community on YouTube.
And that's super sweet. And it's completely true.
And like, it's crazy because, you know, if you don't know what we're talking about, on Monday, Tom did a live stream over on his channel. I think he's going to start kicking this off every other Monday. So if you want to tune in, so he's been doing it. There you go. But he played the drums for like, you know, the drums have been a character in his videos for forever. But he's I don't know, he's always been shy about it. And even when we first met, I was
shy about music stuff.
I was like,
look
at you, just play. Like, I don't even care. I don't know what good drumming sounds like. Just play. And then he would like have such a good time. But then of course his channel is, you know, you gotta stay in your lane on YouTube.
My channel's not about drums. Are you kidding?
But it's just to see you come like in this journey of growth of like, I want to do what I want because it's a creative outlet at the end of the day, and I'm having a lot of fun. And I think that anyone who tuned in live, I think you can catch a replay in some countries, but for those of us who tuned in live, it was quite the magical experience being able to watch all of that with you guys live, and just to see rock out. Wait, change the thing. You guys have to see this. Look at this.
What's going on? Come here, Finn. There we go. We got some bone possessiveness happening here. Oh,
Benny. Anyway, to see Tom just like, I think, I'm talking about you. Don't hurt yourself. To see you, I think someone who, you know, talk about like this struggle with perfection. I think this is a conversation that us creators talk about all the time, but Tom is definitely in the camp of like, everything has to be a way. Even when Tom and I, this is before he took YouTube, you know, was thinking like, I'm going to take YouTube seriously. I was like, let's have meetings like on, you know, Google Hangout.
Yeah.
Because it was 2016 pre-Zoom. And he had to set up his room and set up the lights just to talk to me. And I was just using my, like, I don't know, whatever laptop. And, you know, I don't
Well, I had to look good for you. I had to impress you.
Yeah, I know. But I feel like it's like everything has to have, like.
But there were no video lights in here for those. I had a desk lamp on the floor, like, pointed up at me. I would, like, move everything. I think I had my computer was on, like, the stool that's not my drum stool, but, like, my little, like, supply stool that's back there.
So I want to give you credit.
Thank you.
Because I think that what you have achieved on your channel is like the end goal, where you are making an impact. You're you know, you have quite the presence. It's crazy. Like, I can't tell you how many people we meet every day that's like, oh, I have this Rodecaster because of Tom. I have this microphone because of Tom. My budget, my wallet, blah-de-da, because of Tom. And like, it's cool. Like, literally yesterday, I was a guest on a live stream show where one of the hosts' equipment was because of this guy who I met on YouTube. Like, it all comes full circle. It's just, I mean, that's like the power of YouTube, which we will always have, you know, respect for, and it's like awesome. But I think what you've been able to do is also find that balance of like, okay, we want to take YouTube seriously. We want it to grow. We want to put the care of like the branding and the content strategy and all of that, but then also not lose sight of, at the end of the day, this is fun.
Right. This
is not a job. This is fun. And even though it is the thing that's like bringing in, you know, the breadwinner, whatever, you're still not going to compromise the fun part.
Yeah, I always think it's a pretty fun creative challenge to try to think of stuff like that. Like, okay, I would like to play the drums. The drums are not related to my channel. How could I do that? Microphones are related to my channel. I don't know how to mic drums, so let's mic up some drums, and then that's sort of connected in some way. And, you know.
And now you've even with a 75,000 channel, you've built such an awesome community that like you can go live on Instagram spontaneously and people are rooting for you, and that's so cool.
It's really, really fun. Chip just said Tom is single-handedly bankrupting the podcast / video enthusiast community. I'm sorry.
I don't think he realizes his like.
I'm not
his
trying.
reach.
Well, now I'm kind of scared because I'm like, every time I talk about something, I'm not telling you.
Like he doesn't get it when people are like, no. When you talk about a mic and then people try to buy it and it's sold out, that's because of you. he doesn't believe that still.
I didn't know about all that.
Anyway.
I did want to say Rafael's here who did a live stream this morning.
That was so cool.
Yes, it was a 10,000 subscriber celebration stream, even though you're edging up on 11,000. But congratulations, not just on the milestone, but also
awesome.
on the community around your channel. And a lot of the same people are here, and it's super fun. Like if we do a stream, then there's people in our thing. But then when you do a stream, then we're in the. It's like different combinations of the same groups and stuff. And
that's really.
It's a really, really cool thing, and new people join.
It's cool that it's not just like, oh, this is how I am on my channel, but like you could still have the same, I don't know, joy of a viewer, even though you are also like super serious about creation and stuff. Like you're still, supporting. You're still like a YouTube viewer. That's awesome.
Me?
Yes.
Oh,
Thomas.
Yeah.
Bott.
No, I watch a lot. I watch a lot of YouTube. And I think that's important. There's a lot of people who are like, I never watch. I only post. I only do this.
Yeah,
But it's like, no, man,
Tom watches a lot of YouTube.
Yes. It's
Yes.
fun, and streaming has become so popular, so you get to like hang out with
So
people.
I just wanted to say that, but you can tie it to YouTube since this was your idea
Well,
for the topic today.
Sammy said my haircut's amazing. Thank
Let
you.
me fix it in the web.
Yes, fix it, please. And that's a great comment from the community. So bringing it all back to, basically, we just wanted to talk about, I think one of the best things that has happened in both of our YouTube experiences is the development of a community. And obviously, since we launched like a specific community, that has compounded because it's wildly intentional, more so than it's ever been before.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But even like, so the drum stream was a really cool thing because basically what originated there was I was going to do a stream on Monday because I've been doing one every other Monday. And I was kind of thinking like, oh, what should I talk about? What can I do? We can always do just sort of hangouts and people ask questions, can answer questions, have different cameras hooked up, and just sort of fun stuff like that. But the last stream I did was the one where I had all my microphones out and was switching them out, and people really liked that. So I was like, well, what's something more engaging than just a talking stream? Not that there's anything wrong with those. And then it was Sunday night. Yeah, it was Sunday night. Just again, I was watching YouTube. We were done for the day, super tired. And Doc Rock was on Dean Nimon's live stream for Owen Video to raise money.
That's what like kicked the whole
thing
off.
And I said something in the chat, and Doc was like, I'll send you the link, you should come on. And I was like, I'm so tired. Like the last thing I want to do right now is like turn everything on and then be on.
Yeah, no. And I told Tom, I was like, dude, when is this gonna happen again?
I know. I love everybody who's there. Like D has always been super nice to me, and Doc has been cool. I was like, this would be a really fun thing to do, so I should just suck it up and go do it. And then they were doing a giveaway, and they were using like it was like a, not a wheel that was spinning, but it was like people's names who were entered, and it was like and they were like, we need a drum roll. Tom, you have drums, give us a drum roll. I was like, okay. So I went back and I was like playing the and it was fun because I could see the little thing going, so I was trying to match up like dun 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 dun. Like it was fun. It was a goofy thing. It took like 10 seconds. But when that was over, I was thinking like, gosh, that was super fun. I had done drum streams on Instagram before, but the problem with that was I have
to like hook up a whole thing.
I have the music running into the Rodecaster. I have a mic running into the Rodecaster, even if it's not a full drum setup. But the drums are so loud, even when they're turned down, that they're overpowering the music. So you can't actually hear. So I was like, well, if I run the drums through their own mixer, and then that can be mixed together and sent to the Rodecaster, which can be kept at a low level, then the music will be plenty loud. And then that's when I got into like, I could do a whole stream about how does this work? How do you set this up? I'm trying to figure out ways to position drum mics. I don't know anything about it. So anyway, that after that stream, that's when I had the idea for mine, and it fit in, and I wanted to do that. And the cool part with that was the stream was pretty normal. It had like 150-ish people watching, you know, a little higher, a little lower throughout. As soon as I started playing drums, it dropped to like 40 people. But then the stream went for like almost 3 hours, and the 40 people who were there seems like would have been there for 3 more hours, like if I had the energy or the stamina to do that. And to me, like, that was a little thing, but it was one of my favorite YouTube memories ever, because
it was one of mine. Heck, I wasn't even part of it. I was just having a good time out there, like.
Well, it was cool because I got to
moshing on my own, or skanking, or whatever you call it.
Because there were mistakes. I kept knocking over microphones and turning things too loud, too quiet. Like, it was not a polished stream.
Yeah.
But it was really fun.
You were having fun.
Yeah, and I got to share stuff I like. I got to share like music that I like, and which is really exciting to like, hey, like, here's a song that I like. I'll try to play the drums. I got to share a talent, and then got to have people where, even though the stream was cut, like, you know, 60% of the people left or whatever, the fact that so many people, when I did my first live stream, there were like 3 people watching, you know, maybe. So to
James and Kevin.
Yeah. So to have 40-something people just consistently hang out while I'm basically only doing something that I want to do for fun, it really meant a lot. And it was like, that's a crazy thing that you can just connect with that. And then I started thinking, you know, how common it is during live streams, especially, you know, someone might say something either during a stream or on social media, like, hey, this thing's happening this weekend. I'm doing this. I'm excited for this. I'm nervous about that. And then you see them in a stream later on. You can go like, hey, like, I hope that thing worked out, like, whatever it was. That's really cool. Like, that's something that, like, you do in real life with people. It's really special.
And it makes me think of, you know, because I've had this conversation a lot with my friends, that, you know, when you turn 30 or get older, it's like harder to meet friends. It's really hard. And I think that a common way is through your coworkers, right? Because you spend so much time with them. But that's just like, well, we just all happen to be working here and we enjoy each other's company. Cool. But that's not necessarily like, hey, you know, we have the same values. We're like-minded. We're doing the same thing. We're on this like common goal and stuff. So, you know, I think the only thing that I wish is that I could legit teleport and meet everyone and like go to all of your YouTube setups and hang out with everybody, and that would be cool. Anyway, we're gonna check into the comments because we've been.
Well, Kevin Cox says, Heather, I think that comes down to he's being himself. That's a huge reason as to why everyone loves Tom. So, which I appreciate that. That's like super sweet. But this is kind of where like I can't get over the YouTube thing, is because like that's not the world. I didn't grow up in a world where it was like, hey Tom, be yourself and everyone will love you. It was, hey Tom, be yourself and everyone will be mean to you. That's where most of my time was spent, which it's only since putting myself out there on YouTube where you aren't just surrounded by the people who happen to be physically next to you because that's where you were like born or where you happen to live.
We've talked about this like several times, like early episodes on the couples table, but for anyone who has joined us since, the Tom you are seeing now is definitely like you were coming out of the lowest point. Like it was
quite a low point.
It was a low point in your life, but then what's awesome is that you gave yourself a chance and you were like, I have no obligations and I'm going to do whatever I want to do, because even when you try to do things the way that you're supposed to do, you're not happy. So
right. So what have I got to lose?
Yeah. And so even if that, you know, it seems trivial, but it's hard for someone who's like, you know, supposed to be doing a thing in their mid-30s because that's what you're supposed to do, to say, yeah, I'm going to take this YouTube thing seriously. Yeah. And I'm actually going to invest time, which means saying no to other adulting things. I'm going to invest money, which is like on YouTube. Do you want to be a YouTuber? You know, and then like here it is, and that's so awesome.
It's amazing, and like it's cool that I can be a case study, but it's cooler that it's a thing that's possible. And you know, there's a lot of people we know here in the comments who like are doing the same thing and like starting to put, either have been doing for a long time and are super pro at it, or even just starting to put yourself out there.
You might say Heather's been beating the drum for Tom to come out of his shell. Oh, 100%. Because I was the first person to like that you connected with after.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And it was still so shy. You're still so shy. So the very first live stream that Tom ever did in his entire life is on my channel.
Yeah, it was the day we met in person for the first time.
Yes.
And I didn't know what a stream. We had met. We talked. Like, okay, well, I want to do a stream. Like, you should come.
And he was
Let
like,
me
I
set
have
up my
no
MacBook
idea what any of this is. And it's like, it's so cute.
Yeah, I had no idea. I did want to say JFK said, oh, hey there, Backwards Hat Lady and Ska Guy.
Yes.
So our alter egos. And Rafael said, Tom seemed happy playing the drums almost as happy talking about mics.
This is true.
Yeah. Mics take significantly less energy to talk about, though, which is cool.
Let's see.
And Rafael, I think you were using the Elgato Wave on your stream today. I'm interested to know.
Just want to say hi to everybody.
Persant said, did I miss the removal of the slider? No, I just completely forgot about it until right now.
I know. I was like, wow. So you're really going to do that on your stream? And
I just completely forgot about it.
Also, you guys are too awesome. I'm live streaming because of the couple. That's awesome, Rafael.
I love your streams.
He was so excited. Like, that's two of my favorite people.
Well, because I just happened to be like going through Instagram stories to look up one of Heather's from yesterday because it was funny. And then I saw Peter's. And he was like, oh, I'm going on a stream with Rafael. Swipe up. And I did it. And it happened to be live right then. Like, I actually got the timing right. I was so excited.
You're also lucky that you support each other.
Yeah. Having supportive partners, spouses, friends, family is huge. And I know not everyone has that. And that's why it is cool where you can have supportive people, through the internet who get it and who understand what you're doing.
Going off of that, super cool how the YouTube creator community has gotten together for Owen. Yes.
There you go. Exactly that. People who don't know, they don't know the Owen, but they feel like they owe him a favor by helping out. And that's a cool thing. And it only takes, something like that only takes a little bit from a lot of people. And it's like the opposite of the passion economy, I guess. But it makes a big difference.
Wait, what do you mean?
The drum, what?
What's the opposite of the passion economy?
A little bit from a lot of people instead of a lot from a few people.
Oh.
I'm just, because the passion economy is like...
Okay.
Yeah.
The drum stream was so much fun. It was like a peek behind the curtain to the real Tom. Bam Bam, what's up? Great to see everyone as always. That drum stream was so good that I want to order a Nintendo Wii drum
Well,
set.
actually, Peter, you're here. My next video that I make, it's not the one that's going to come out next, but the one that I make is going to be all about
This is all because of you, man.
I finally put my computer screen on.
I don't know if you guys can see this.
Yeah, you can't. But you can probably see it in this one. I put it on an arm.
I'm getting dizzy.
Sorry. You're getting dizzy from watching the screen move?
Yeah.
Even though nothing on the screen is moving?
Well, because I'm looking at the stream and you're shaking it.
Wow.
I am very motion sensitive.
But anyway, I'm trying to put it back where it was. This has been a complete game changer. It's like two sideways now, but that's okay. Because I cleared up desk space. I can now position my camera where I want it. When we're recording, I just push the screen out of the way. When I'm working, I can put the screen blocking the camera so I can work without craning my neck. All because of Peter. I know computer arms have been around, but it wasn't until he was like, I did this, and it was a game changer in our community that just create more community. And that's where I was. Then I spent the night researching arms, bought one, set it up, and have not stopped talking about it since. It's awesome.
Megan says meeting new people in non-virtual life is pretty hard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for everyone. It's also hard.
It's just, but to me, because it's not actually hard meeting people. I like doing that, but there just isn't any. You have to really put yourself out there. You have to join a new gym or something.
Yeah. And you also have to sift through
church or something.
There's so many times I've talked about this on a few podcasts, but speaking of haircuts, yesterday I had to go get a haircut, and one of my least favorite things now is when you go get a haircut and they say so what do you do? I'm like,
just tell them you're a YouTuber.
It's not that I
subscribe, yo.
It's not that I don't want to say I do YouTube, but it's the explanation that then goes into that is tough. And sometimes there are people who get it, who you're like, oh, I was a teacher, and then last spring I kind of switched to focus on a YouTube channel full time. And they're like, oh, yeah. And they kind of get it. And there's other people I don't understand technology. So it's videos or whatever. I'm like, I don't want to have this conversation. But when you're doing stuff online, you can, by the very nature of it, the people you're talking to can be parts of communities where it's already if they're there's a few assumptions you can make about what they know, what they're interested in.
You already have so much more in common.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then when you start talking, it's like, hey, we're already speaking the same language. Now we just need to develop a rapport. And then if you ever get the chance to then meet in person, it's like, hey, it feels like supernatural. And
yeah, YouTube and the creator community has always been that way for me, a way to connect with others who have similar interests. New and improved Tom. Hi, Bailey. Hi, Ryan. You got here right on time.
Yeah, man. You're fine. Whatever time you show up is the right time.
What's Mr. Oh, so yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pulled in several countries actually.
Yeah, the problem with using a lot of copy, which I never use copyrighted material in anything, but the drum stream had 15 copyrighted songs in it, so it got a lot of claims, which is fine for a goofy stream, but it means it did get blocked in several countries.
For me, prior to January 2021, I would second think all the things I would share with the world. Post January 21, I became who I always have been, and I finally shared me with the world. Yeah, that's how I was.
Congratulations. That's such a different thing.
I like wish it for everybody. I mean, that's why I'm super, that's why I do what I do. Because you
do wish it for everybody.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird how, because this conversation comes up a lot. Oh, you're okay with just putting yourself out there like that? And I'm like, it's easier to put myself out there to a camera than it is to people in real life. So I know it's like, who knows who can see it, but I don't think that far. I'm just like, it's just easier to be me when it's just me. Also,
in theory, anyone could see your video, but realistically, like, who is gonna see?
Yeah, like my best friends in life don't watch my YouTube videos, and that's fine because it's not for them.
Yeah,
they support me in other ways, but it's great that we can connect with all of you in this way. Debbie, amen. Persant, my brain is trained to look out for the slight movement of the slider. That's
we're both so completely wiped out that like I was fighting to not fall asleep before the stream, and then it was like right before this setting up, and I just completely forgot about the slider.
Woke up from a nap like 10 minutes before the stream. The Elgato Wave 1.
It's actually much better than expected.
And loving the LP boom arm.
Oh, that's on its way. I don't know when it'll ever get here.
Persant, you're the only one who noticed, because I don't think anyone is as much of a anime video game head as you are and me.
But see, that's why you put those things in your videos.
Yeah,
I love when someone says like, hey, the Roadcaster seems cool. Great Aquabats poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone knows what P5 means. My life is full. Muhammad. Monitor on arm is the greatest upgrade to any desk setup. I think I'm going to do it too. And now, how much you would have bet Trendsetter Tom right here? Everyone's going to do this.
Other people do it. For some reason, it never occurred to me because I thought it was for like, I just didn't think it was for like my kind of setup. And meanwhile, like my Roadcaster's all the way, like the Roadcaster was way over here off to the side. So every time I'm doing something, I'm like reaching over here. There's not enough space here. The screen is blocking the camera. And now it's like everything can be right where we need it.
It's so interesting with workflow because, if you got everything down to a thing, it's hard to even think that like that there is a complaint, because it's just, you just accept the way things are. But then you get one little tiny upgrade. You're like, I can't believe I could have been doing this the whole time.
Yeah.
Norfolk B says, never too old to start something new. Embarking on my new YouTube adventure at 60.
That's awesome.
That deserves a... There it is.
Yeah.
Hi, Josh. Dan. Tom, you always seem like you're about to fall asleep. Just kidding. Love this power team.
I mean, 1 p.m. is not my power hour. I'm not going to lie. But also, like, so the last time we did a stream where I was like, I'm so tired. I have not gotten rested since then. So it's just more tired.
We've been on, dude. We worked all weekend. And, like, it's all fun. But that's like
it's not a stressed out tired. It's just a physically, like, I made an entire course this past weekend of remember how long it took me to do the first one? It took like several months. Did the whole thing in 2 days. I'm tired, Yeah,
we need, but we're going, so actually, the next couples table, we're actually going to move it to Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we're going to do a night one.
Yeah, because we're taking a few days off next week to like visit family and stuff. Mm-hmm. So we're going to do couples table next week on Tuesday instead of Thursday. And we're thinking of doing it later for us, which I know might be good or bad for some of you, depending on where you're at on the earth.
Rotate for the time zones, yeah.
But it's just something a little different. If we're already switching the days, I might as well switch the time.
We'll switch the time. So what time should we go?
It'll be Tuesday, probably. I mean, like 6-ish our time or later? Are you thinking like a after dark? like couples table.
Yeah, let's do an after dark, like at 8 p.m.
Whoa.
That's so late. That's like
Might be like
almost
Bailey's
bedtime.
lunchtime, but yeah, we could do that.
Let's start. Okay, so Tuesday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's the next episode of Couples Table. All right. The funny part is that it requires more work to be something I am not than it is just to be me. So there's that. Exactly.
That reminds me so much of...
But it's like you're so used to it, though, you know?
Like being a teacher and even being a student, I remember there were some students who would put so much work into cheating that I was like, if you just put half this much work into studying, like you would get a good grade the right way, but you're doing twice as much work to cheat, like you go.
I love natural growth. So fun to watch the improvements.
Yeah.
Yes. I have 2 monitors, and one is on an arm, and the other is on a riser that has space under for my second audio interface.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to figure something out. But also, Dominic forgot this was live. Hey, Kat, really enjoyed your stream.
Yeah, it was great.
That was so much fun.
If you missed it, you should go catch it on the replay on Kat's channel. There were 2 of them because she had a Zoom meeting going on. So I was going to say, like, if both the cats in the Zoom meetings are arguing, it would be a cat fight. But I didn't put that in the stream. I don't need to derail her train like that much.
It ain't your stream. I feel that. I'm straight grind mode right now. I had Sam drive yesterday because I didn't think it was safe for me. Dang.
Yeah, I'm glad that you, like, can recognize it like that. Because, yeah. I recognize...
especially for you, like, Dan, I feel... I know you get, plus you're like, you know, a dad of like 3 kids. So, we're having so much fun, you know, it's like, it's fun. It's exhilarating, but it's like
you should
before you know it, it's like, dang, you need a nap.
Yeah. And once you're working on a creative project and you see the light at the end of the tunnel, it's like if I just work a little harder, I'll finish this today. And like, I really want to do that.
It's just on. Let's see. Peter, I've made Tom's new course in 2 hours, and it changed all of my plans. Awesome stuff.
I think you're probably the first person to actually finish it. So I'm really glad to hear that. Basically, the new course is called the Podcaster Idea Book. It goes along with the Podcaster Playbook, or it can be done separately. And it's all about coming up with an idea for your show. So the first course focuses on the production and building a workflow. This is like, how do you come up with an idea? And once you have an idea, how do you kind of test it out to see if you could actually sustain it? Because there's some ideas where you're like, this is good, but you're not that into it, or this is cool, but you run out of ideas after 3 episodes. So it's kind of like, it's what I used to do with my students to get them to come up with project ideas, basically.
Let's see. Starting at 61. That's...
Yes.
I love it. Homesick Mac. Let's see. I'll watch whilst having my lunch. Wow.
Props on using the word whilst.
I know. 8 p.m. there is 5 a.m. for me. Wow.
I mean, you could get some sleep. Don't feel obligated.
Yeah, don't.
It is, it is what it is.
What's going on, Dan? I think I remember you from the Facebook group. You gave me some good advice.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Community.
I feel like you'd be a top level rapper with a chill, slow pace, freestyle rapper. Okay, ready, set, go.
Rapping.
Rapping. Wow.
I can't be put on the spot like that. I have to like naturally do my thing,
no,
and then I can,
He gets nervous,
I get nervous. So like, one of the things I will always freeze up, and you don't do this as much. I used to do this all the time. We'd be driving somewhere and you'd be like lip syncing to a song, and you'd hold up the invisible microphone and be like, Tom, and I would just start sweating because I just freak out.
I don't know.
I can't handle that. But like today, right before this, before like taking a break, we were recording a special episode of your podcast
from 1 to 100,
and normally
only.
If you watch Heather's podcast, she has her intro, which is like this cool like jazzy big bandy kind of music, but we didn't have that here. So she was like, you need to make some music, and I was like, oh, and I was like beatboxing and stuff for the intro, which was really funny. And I don't know why, like, it just happened organically and it was fun, but I can't be, as soon as I'm somewhere and there's like a spotlight on you, I just like,
see, I'm so weird because I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, you're
put me on the spot. I don't mind.
I can I mean, there's so many reasons that we operate differently.
Well,
when it comes to
that's
that
why
stuff.
we compliment each other.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sup?
Sup?
You're so funny. Tom confessed he's a top-notch rapper, funded by, well, I'm not allowed to say.
Yes, that was part of our Calendly agreement.
It is 6:30 a.m. now on Friday.
Oh, geez. Well, I hope things are nice in the future.
Wow. Let's see. I have a nice but stupid setup. My 34-inch curved is on an arm, but locked in between one monitor to the left and the laptop to the right of it. Need to check with Peter.
It's been
That was the best rap.
Oh, it's been this rapping.
What Tom really said was 67 and counting. I love this. This is, you know what I love about this, like this community is how diverse it is. Like, can we just take a moment to appreciate that? That's insane.
Yeah.
And I've always been weird like that. I've had like 11-year-old friends and like, 78-year-old friends. Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why.
Because you're focused on the person and not the oh, well, you're of this age group, this generation, this whatever that means. It's just like, no, like you're into this, I'm into this, cool.
Yeah, but it's cool that like especially online friends they just, I don't know, just come from everywhere, and it's just so fun. It's like, okay, so one of the things that Tom got me for my birthday was a gratitude journal. Well, no, it's called the 5-minute journal. And it's like one page and you answer the same questions every morning. And one of the things that you're supposed to write is like 3 things that you're grateful for. And at night, you also write in it and you say like 3 amazing things that happened today. And I can't tell you how many times where I'm like, I am so grateful for the people I feel surrounded by, even though they're physically not around me. And it's like, you guys, it's just so much fun. And I'm so thankful for what we're able to do.
Yeah. It's really good. It's really
and
awesome.
I will say, on my 5 years of doing YouTube, I know this has always been here, but it's eluded me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I came in, during the trend of Casey Neistat, Gary Vee. So I was just uploading videos and not
post and ghost.
It's not that I wouldn't respond to comments. And there's been.
I remember when I met you, you did your weekly live stream, Heather's Happy Hour, and you had a nice little crew of people that would be there. Which
yeah,
was
I had
cool.
my regulars.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Wednesday, consistency. Like, if you want to talk about consistency, it really does help when like, on this day at this time, these people will be doing something, and it's like, now I can check in.
Tom and Heather, what do you know about Amazon live streaming? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I don't know much of it. I think I saw Luis, MrCameraJunkie, mention David Foster earlier. He's been doing it there. Basically, you can stream on Amazon, and I don't know how I feel about it, but if you're somebody who talks a lot about Amazon products, you can stream on Amazon and like bring up the product page, and just everything is funneled through your affiliate account, which Amazon is so picky about. Like, you cannot put prices in the title of your video. You cannot show an Amazon page in a video. You cannot, like, basically, it's almost like they want you to keep it a secret.
Hi, GovKid method.
If you're doing anything on Amazon. And now it seems like, oh, then you can go to Amazon Live, and now you can go to the product page. You can talk about the price. You can do all this stuff that you can't do otherwise.
When Tom plays drums, you will get up to 100 viewers. So I couldn't tell whether we were talking about how many people watching or ages.
I would love a 100-year-old YouTuber.
I know, that'd be awesome. I wonder who the oldest YouTuber is. Someone go find out.
I'm sure there's people who are
I need to scoot up. Because I feel
go.
like I'm out of focus. Now you're out of focus. Okay, first of all, let me tell you a story about Roger.
Tell me a story about... Oh, yeah.
Roger, you hella scared me last night. You don't know it, but I couldn't sleep at like 2 a.m. I shouldn't have done this. But I grabbed my phone. I went on Instagram. This is in the middle of the night. Okay, I woke up to go to the bathroom, and then I'm like, okay, I'll just like scroll a little bit, and bam, there's a picture of a giant spider, like the bottom part of it on a web, and I was like, no. Sorry, that was very scary, but cool picture though. A farmer will harvest what it plants, or something like that. People are drawn to you both because that's what you are putting out there. Or something like that. Well, there you go. We caught up. Wow. So, community.
Yeah.
What do you... I don't know. Like, what's... how has this, like, changed how you feel about YouTube?
Well, so I can actually... The last time I remember anything sort of like this was...
YouTube standpoint.
Well, I'm going to go back in time 19 years. Because
19 years.
Sorry, 20 years actually. I joined an online message board called Harmony Central, which is not a dating website.
Wow.
It's a music website. I think it still exists. But it was a huge message board for, guitars, bass. I started playing guitar in 2001, And I immediately joined the message board, and that's where, I mean, there were, at any point in time, you could see there could be like 500 to 1,000 people online on the message board. It was just like classic old school message board thing. And I loved it. And it was a lot of the same people that you would talk to. And it was super cool because it was sort of a very similar thing. I would go to school where I didn't feel like I fit in. And then suddenly, like, I could have these super cool conversations. Some people were also like high school kids. Other people were a little older. Some people were like retired industry people. You know, it was really, really cool. But obviously, it's all just text based. But it was so consistent. Every day, it's the same people doing the same thing. And it was really, really neat.
Oh, look.
Wait, Harmony Central. Yes.
Maybe you guys met.
Maybe we're on at the same time.
Yeah, that's cool.
I was on there a lot from like 2001 to 2005 or 6. So spent a lot of time on there. And then
Cute.
when I was also in high school, I got into aquariums, and I had a lot of aquariums.
This I don't believe. Like I
had multiple fish tanks. And there was a message board called petfish.net that had a forum that was mostly about fish, which was really cool. And that was a really fun one because they had a live chat element, so you could jump in and do a chat. And that was also the same time that I got high-speed internet. So it wasn't like I'm taking up the phone line to be online. I could just be online anytime. So you could just have the chat going constantly and just keep checking it throughout the day and stuff. It was really neat. And that was where I had an idea. I never officially did this, but I wanted to start a new fish tank and have like the people that I talked to the most in that community like pick out the fish that would go in it. And so it'd be like, that's here's this person's like gourami, here's this person's neons, here's this person's whatever, like,
cute.
And then update them on like the community tank, because in aquariums there are things called community tanks, which are like multiple species of fish and stuff. Anyway, it was really fun. I feel like that feeling, it kind of like got left in those times, and the internet changed and YouTube changed, social media changed. We talked about this and just the way the platforms are and algorithms or stuff. It's only recently that I have like that same sort of feeling through YouTube, through live streaming, through the Just Create More community, where I have that same feeling, but it's even better because because it also involves like high definition video and audio, you know, like it's not just text or it's not just really low res digital pictures, but
it's like the person's right there.
Yeah. I mean, every time we've met someone in real life, it's like, it's cool. It's
you.
cool to be in person, but it's also not that different than watching you at a 1080 or 4K video or whatever. Like you look clear, you sound clear in person, you look clear, you sound clear over there. Like it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And so what's really exciting is this finally feels like everything that's happening now, because that's what I was missing. Remember we talked about this? Like I love old message boards. I want that feeling back.
Obsessed.
It turns out it wasn't about just the message board, but it was about what
the people.
The community that it allowed to be there because of the consistency, because of just the shared interests and all that stuff. So that's been like incredibly exciting.
And I just want to say that if you are, because we've got the regulars here, but there's like 40 people tuned in right now. And if you've never wrote a comment for whatever reason, you know, because Tom was like that too. You specifically remember the moment where you were a YouTube viewer and then all of a sudden you wrote your first comment, which just so happened to be on my video. And I'm very, you know, how crazy, honored that it was me.
That's one of those things where it's like, clearly it was not in my hands. Like the universe did like why would I suddenly?
But then also like, I know some of you guys are also driving, but don't be shy. Like this is you know, if you're watching us, it's more fun when you're like at the couples table too, rather than just listening to us ramble.
Do whatever you're comfortable with. But yeah, once you jump in, it is super fun. And you never really know.
We'd love to say hi. Anyway, what'd I miss?
A lot of people making fun of Harmony Central. I'm really curious what Mac's username was on there, because my username was super rad.
7 weeks of lockdown. If more were online, we wouldn't have this crushing economy here in Australia. Also, if they were all in the same book, it wouldn't be as bad when it came to Rona as well. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about, you know, the pandemic that's still going on, but I have this feeling that like I'd say 2 months ago where there was a light of like, okay, we're finally out of it, and now that feeling of like we're finally out of it. It's just totally gone, which I don't mind either way. I just take things the way that they are, and like I just, we're gonna keep doing this anyway. But yeah, let's see.
Oh, Bailey does online stuff now. Oh no, I didn't realize.
Oh.
I didn't realize you're doing online things. That makes sense now. You're like, I gotta go to school.
Let's see. YouTube isn't a dating app, but YouTube met there. This is true.
The algorithm.
I was old school BBS, then CompuServe, then Prodigy. I remember Prodigy.
I had Prodigy. I just found yesterday, if you go to my Instagram and look from like late 2019, I had found my very first tutorial I ever made, which was my first digital camera, which is in this little cabinet back here. It was like how to get the picture, how to take a picture, put it in the computer and print it. It's just sort of a sequence.
Oh, this is
which
funny.
Wasn't posted anywhere because YouTube didn't exist.
It was supposed to be a dating app.
eHarmony is a dating app. Harmony Central.
No, YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Oh, wait, I heard that before.
Yeah, YouTube was supposed to be like a thing.
I heard that, and I also heard it was because people wanted to post the video from the 2004 Super Bowl where Janet Jackson had her wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah. No, it started off as a Hot or Not, I thought.
Hot or Not.
Remember Hot or Not? God, so bad.
The only reason I even remember that is because at one point the Bat Commander, the singer of the Aquabats, posted a picture making like the most absurd, ridiculous face, and then there was a push in their community to go on and like click the hot button.
I feel like the past 18 months have changed how people view interaction.
Yeah,
this
for sure, and it
comes
also
down to this for sure.
It pushed everyone to kind of like, all right, do this in some form. Like,
yeah.
A lot of people who never had now started to share their voice and image online. And for some people, it really then became a thing of like, oh, this is actually great, or I like this, I'm good at it, or whatever. So it kind of forced a door open for a lot of people.
Message words will always be the height of social media.
Peak internet, man.
Kat lurked for a long time before commenting.
It happens.
I don't remember what YouTube was like for me before I was on YouTube as a creator.
What's so funny now is I want to comment on everything I consume. So if I'm like listening to a podcast,
here. I don't ever watch a video where I don't leave a comment.
Yeah, if I'm watching like a Disney Plus documentary or something, I'm like, who am I going to comment to? I guess that's what Twitter's for.
Let's see. I only really started interacting other than a silent viewer in about February, March of this year. Long time lurk, and my world has changed since I started interacting more. Yeah,
it's crazy, and I don't know. I mean, everyone who does kind of understands it.
I don't remember. I mean, I know I watched YouTube, obviously.
I mean, I remember prior to even knowing how to subscribe to YouTube channels, I think of Film Riot as an example. I would open, I think I had the YouTube app, and I would just search up Film Riot and like go to their channel and see if they had a new video, or like the suggested would just keep showing me the stuff I wanted. But
homesick. Oh my God, what if you're like,
I don't know,
it's you?
I mean, 100% if you were in the electric guitar forums in those years, we definitely read each other's posts. Like, for sure.
We are like inmates granted parole, only to discover it was paperwork error, and we still have more time left on our sentences. Yeah,
basically.
Exactly.
Oh, I felt.
But you know what? At least we're all having a great time.
Yes.
Well, people care.
I was like, all of us, eh? Todd said he's usually delivering mail while listening to live streams. That's funny. When I was born, both of my parents were postal carriers.
Postal carriers. I've been looking for a monitor. Which one did you end up going with?
Oh, the brand is AVLT, and it was about $100.
Mrs. Film Sophie. I love that. Dude, I believe it, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm just weird like that. But I always, like, appreciate, it hits me all the time where I'm like, I can't believe, like, when Tom was playing drums on Monday, I'm like, I can't believe that's my husband. Like, in a good way, obviously.
Yeah, I can't believe that's my husband.
No, that's not what I meant.
I know, I'm kidding.
But, like, it's just crazy. It's like something I could have never planned for, you know?
It's insane. And
stupid.
The cool thing is, like, it's such cliched stuff, but for those kinds of things, you can't search for it, which is probably why people tend to have, like, all kinds of experiences on dating apps. But if you're in a situation where like, here's everything I want you to see as a potential date versus like, here's a thing where I'm just doing whatever I want to do and having fun, and there's not like an objective there.
The video you saw is like, I don't know, at 80 views to this day. Like,
I honestly never looked at the view count of it. I don't even know what it is.
And you know what's so funny? Because I think in that video, I totally predicted something that like was wrong. Oh no, that's a different live stream. Never mind. Because I was talking about VidCon. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, sorry. Let's see. Singled out. My internet speed is great. I am on Omnicom, which is NBN privately. Nom. I think last year was the first time I commented or chatted on YouTube.
Cat chat.
Let's see. In 2008, I read an article about artists doing YouTube videos. Being a visual artist, the rest is history.
I love it. 2008. That was a time I remember specifically where there was a shift from like just goofy random videos to like, I kind of made this on purpose, you know, like not to where things are now, but it's just
Do you know different. What Much Music is?
Yes, that is.
This is a Canadian reference where I used to hang out on Much Music discussion boards in the mid-90s.
Much Music. I mean, the part I'm familiar with is they had a show not unlike TRL.
Oh.
And so a lot of times when I first was able to like download videos on the internet, I would find bands I like performing on Much Music. And I'm like, what? They're performing in like a different country? It's cool.
Let's see. Well, there you go.
Oh, Max said, only acoustic stuff. I was in the slide guitar and resophonic instrument discussions.
Wow,
I don't think I ever went into the acoustic part, but yeah, it was pretty good. And Rob is saying his first YouTube video was to help me fix the taillight on my wife's van in 2015.
You remember?
And here you are now.
I tried to go to my YouTube watch history and go all the way back, and it would only take me back to 2016, which is weird. Well, maybe not exactly 2016, but it didn't go all the way back, like pre.
Can I? Oh wait, my history would have been on a different account.
Plus, you have to scroll so far.
Yeah,
it's gonna take you like 2 hours before you get just to get.
Can't just order by like oldest.
No, you can't do that.
Darn.
So
I had a thought and it left.
Oh well, I just want to bring it back to the topic. Like, why did you want to talk about community today?
Well, okay. So the reason I want to talk about community today was just simple stuff. Like we launched our community.
Yeah.
Always be plugging justcreatemore.com.
Shut up.
And that has been that's been like such a different thing than I expected it to be in a really good way. And the coolest part there is to really see how quickly it turned into something where like I can't see everything that's posted. I try to like look at the everything feed, go to the topics, look at this, but like there's so many comments and interactions and conversations that it's like, wow, this is a thing that's existing on its own. And it's not like I have to keep, you know, going back to being a high school teacher. A lot of times you're doing like activities and stuff. And it's like, okay, we're doing this. Now more of this. Like you're just constantly pushing the boulder. And if you stop, the whole thing stops. This is not that. And that has been super cool combined with just as the fun I had and the like, the realization of, even though it's not everyone who watches my channel, but a decent number of people who are really like just on a different level are there to support me, not just because I can solve a problem for them or tell them about something or whatever, but like they want more of the person. It was a very big realization. That was like such a special YouTube moment that I didn't expect.
So you knew that though, but you didn't know it?
What do you mean? Like
your realization?
I mean, you hope, right? Like, you know, I mean, we mentioned Peter Lindgren a while ago, but he's doing the thing where he's doing daily vlogs mixed with his normal like camera stuff on his 500,000 subscriber channel. And there's a lot of nerves of like, you know, how many people are watching my channel because they just want to know about the new Sony camera, or how many people are watching because they actually are interested in what I'm doing. And every video is kind of like seeing who's there for what. And you know, you hope and you know, like, well, if there's a chunk of people watching my channel, they can't all just be here for like the super pragmatic, I need to figure out how to use a piece of software or something. But it's cool to actually have confirmation of like, no, this is just super fun. And, you know, I mean, I know Bailey's here. He's one of the people, maybe it was even yesterday, I was messing up with something and he's like, don't worry, we're here. Like, when you get the tech stuff figured out, we'll be here. It's like, oh, I don't have to like panic and freak out and fill time. I can just kind of.
You could just. Just be.
Yeah, that is
be.
cool. That's super cool. Hey, I saw Leo down there.
Leo. My first YouTube video had to have been Daft Punk. I don't remember.
Or music
I think my
videos.
first video must have been Michelle Fawn or Jenna.
Oh,
Like,
I mean,
they're the early YouTube videos.
I remember watching like Soldier Knows Best, which was like he still does tech reviews. I remember watching a lot of MacBook Pro
What's
unboxings.
a dobro?
Buy yourself I don't know.
I didn't comment or do interactive stuff on YouTube until late 2020. I can't believe that. Low key, I should have gotten a doctorate in YouTube lurking.
That's insane considering that's not even a year ago. And like, look at you now.
I know.
Like,
you're like
my daily live show. Like, please be a part of it.
Just was about to send a super chat as a thank you for the last stream with the drum show. I absolutely love the stream. Somehow YouTube won't let me do that.
Don't worry.
No, don't worry about it.
You don't need a super chat. Your chat is super all the time.
You hesitated.
Well, I was like, is the joke offensive or is it like I need like a woohoo button?
So, what would your advice be to yourself day one of YouTube? Now that you've had this realization.
I mean,
or what's your
I think
how does this realization change? Does it change anything on how you're going to like continue with your YouTube endeavors?
It's more of a confirmation than anything in that, like, because I think it was on Ricky's stream on Monday. He asked, is there, like, do you have any video ideas that you want to do, but you're kind of scared, like it doesn't fit or whatever? And the one I meant to say, which I just blanked, was I want to do a whole in-depth thing on this Canon XL1 that I bought, which, it kind of fits into my channel because it's a camera and stuff. But the way I want to do it is a little bit different. And I have some other ideas like that that are just sort of like, it's not something where I'm going to immediately solve a problem for somebody or help them do something, but I feel a little more confident in knowing that even if those videos don't perform well, there's going to be a chunk of people who like really like them and really get something out of it. And that, that's awesome. So it doesn't need to be like, whatever the number of subscribers you have is the number of people who love your video. You can make something that
I would love a purge though. I'm not going to lie. Because I just hit 11,000 on this channel, but like I never get anywhere near that on views. So this channel that you guys are watching on has pivoted so many times. I would love for there to be a button of like, if you haven't watched a Heather Just Create video in the past year, boop, you auto unsubscribe. I would just love that. I don't know.
There you go.
That's me. Let's see. Philip DeFranco, first notable channels for me in 2008. That's crazy.
It's been at it for a long, long time.
Never posted just yet until now. Let's see. I want to be a mix of Tom income streams, however, Heather level of influence size where she knows everyone.
I mean, that's the passion economy, right? Like that's the whole business model that you're advocating for.
Yeah.
Is make a living doing what you love. And the passion economy business model focuses on making a transformative impact on a small but dedicated number of people.
Look at this.
I've been listening.
The first time I explained this to you, you completely did not. We were not on the same page.
It's been a few months and you talk about it a lot. I've been listening. Believe it or not.
Well, there you go.
There we go.
Well, we're so lucky that we get to do what we do. You know that? I hope you know that. I know you know that.
I do. Yeah. I mean, I feel.
Oh, hell yes. Seriously?
The S110 review. That's old school.
That is Long Beach Heather blonde hair.
Heather's not a camera person or a gear person, but let me tell you about the S110. That's her XL1.
Dude, let me tell you about the S110, okay? You guys want to talk about gear? I had 3 of those. It's such a good camera. It's my favorite camera to this day. They stopped making it, so otherwise I would have just kept buying it and buying it and buying it. Yeah. And it was the video that was just in the closet, and I was like, I want to do a vlog. What's the camera that we have? That's the one. Oh, it's the best. Sorry. Anyway.
It makes me so happy to hear you talk about a camera.
What's up,
like
James? $5 super chat on behalf of Leo Keller. The next one up is Gerald Undone. Yearly Creator Studio setups. I'm calling it now.
I feel like you can do that. You can get there. You can just organize it too.
Tom just earned some husband.
I'm very proud of that.
You made me go out and get a used one. Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
we had because yours started making a weird
did.
noise.
Thank you, Sammy.
Canon S110. Yeah, yours started making a weird noise, and then like your dad happened to have an old one in a drawer and was like, "Oh, you could just take this camera," and then I think you might have dropped that one.
I dropped that one in the garage. I was carrying too many things. I was trying to do one trip from the car, and then we just.
So then I had to, because they don't make it, so then I had to go on eBay to find another one.
Yeah.
I think that one's still there, but then
I have 2 white ones and a black one.
And then I think that was at the point though where you were starting to think like, well, maybe I do want better sound and blah blah blah. And,
I miss vlogging.
Your stuff looked good. It's funny how often like you look back at footage from that camera, it's like, dang, this looks really nice.
I know.
Super stable.
So
it's super clear.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, Tom, do you test your products you review with Heather and the fur babies, or just alone? The camera footage is always Ben and Finley.
I really love camera and lens videos because I need subjects, so I'd use the dogs and palm trees. Microphones are fun because obviously like we have 2 totally different voices, so it's super helpful to like switch mics on us and see how they sound, and it's cool. I try really hard. I don't want to, unless it's something where I specifically want the review to be like an initial impression thing. Like today's video was where like, okay, I'm going to set up this $50 podcasting kit. How good is it? Versus like, let me compare this Audio Technica mic to the pod mic. Like I need to use this for a while and put the 2 together.
I just went to a whole place. Right now. And
a good place or a bad place?
So I saw this. Don't tell me. It was like, we need a Heather Canon S110 5 years later review. And then I was thinking, you know what's so crazy is I actually don't have a favorite camera right now because I barely remember which camera I'm using because it's just one of Tom's like.
It's a Canon 6D Mark II, but it doesn't move. It just sits there.
It just sits there. I don't.
It looks great, but you
handle
just turn it on, turn it off.
Yeah,
it's all dusty and stuff.
Yeah, it's all dusty, and I miss the like excitement I had when I would pick up my camera and be like, oh my gosh, let's find the shot. Where am I gonna put this thing? You get creative where you put the camera.
You got your ZV-1.
And then I was like, gosh, you know what? I kind of miss vlogging because he remembers when I was like in the thick of vlogging.
It was fun.
I was having like such a great time. And then I was like, oh, maybe I'll get back into daily vlogging. Oh, maybe I'll do vlog every day in August. Wait, what?
It's already August 12th.
We're mid-August.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the journey I just went on.
Wow, you saw it here first. That's like sometimes when it's like late at night and we're starting to get like drowsy or something. I don't know. We'll be playing a game or something, and like literally it's like, oh yeah, this character did a thing or whatever, blah blah. And like 2 seconds later, she's like, how long was I asleep? And I'm like, I didn't even know you fell asleep. It's been like 2 seconds. And then you tell me about a whole dream. You're like, I had a dream where like we were doing this thing and the dogs were there. Blah, blah. Like,
I have one, but it's so shaky. It's so shaky and it has like sports stabilization, but it crops in like so far.
It doesn't have a super wide lens.
And like I didn't have this problem with the S110. Like there was no, I don't know if it had, I mean obviously it had to have image stabilization.
So the thing with Heather too is she's crazy, as you saw when I was just moving the computer monitor around. Super motion sickness.
Yeah. So I will get sick editing my own footage. So it like really needs to be super stable. Anyway, thanks to Tom, now I have kept mine, so I have all the gear and have no clue what to do.
Well,
Josh, make a video, man. Let's go.
Hooray for the gear. Hopefully you get.
I loved your mic test for Heather's live stream. Did you settle on one of them? Yes. Ordered it. It's on the way. We're going with the MV7, mainly because to me they all sound good. I think this one was like the underdog winner. Like
yeah, that's kind of like the low key. Like, dude, the Lewitt sounds. This is sort of my like
best in show.
I can't believe how good this mic sounds.
Yeah, but I got I'm getting a custom MV7, and it'll be here probably in 2 weeks.
Yeah. But because it's a nice USB mic, so simplicity is great.
I'd watch a stream where you pick a camera online, kind of the way you did for the microphone the other day. I think that day you would have to put the comments on slow. I have a cool idea. Can you open channel memberships and do behind the scenes vlogs for members? I don't know why I never even thought about that.
I mean, that's kind of what I guess I don't do vlogs. I keep wanting to. I just haven't had time to like do. Because for me, channel memberships is a second YouTube channel where like. Yeah. People have opted in to like more. Those are the people who are going to
exclusive content,
care about something that's not just like a polished regular video.
ZVE10 is this the one that everyone keeps talking about?
That's the new one, yeah.
ZV1 is great, but I imagine Tom's got a great stash of Sony lenses.
I actually don't.
He doesn't.
I only have 2 Sony lenses. Yeah, I have this 24 millimeter right here, and I have the Sony 50 millimeter 1.8, which is good, but it's not nearly as good as the Canon 51.8, which kind of made me sad. It's like way softer than the Canon. The Canon RF 51.8 is crazy good. Like when I use that lens in 1080, you can not even almost distinguish the image from the 4K out of the Sony. Anyway, what were you gonna say?
I kind of wanted to just hype something up.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so
I don't know what we're talking about, but let's hype it up.
Tom's been working on a video.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is be a behind the scenes vlog.
Here's Tom's been working on a video, and to me, I'm not even exaggerating. This is the best video ever. Like definitely that Tom has ever
You're really
made.
hyping it up.
I swear to God, when you guys see it, you are going to.
When you say best, did you mean dumbest?
I can't wait for you to see it. I cannot wait for you to see it. You'll know it when you see it.
It's under embargo, right?
Yeah, he can't.
We'll just say that. Except I don't know when the date.
I can't. I wish you guys can see it. Oh, I wish you can see it.
You know those days when something like the ZVE10 comes out and your inbox is just like the same video? This video will come out next time that happens.
Yeah. So if you see a new, I don't know, camera or like microphone or whatever comes out and there's like everyone's doing a review on it, Tom's video will be in there as well.
Yes, it will.
Yes. And you're going to love it.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm glad you like that video that much.
I love it when you do what you want to do. So like when you play the drums, you're not thinking about, is this going to grow my channel? YouTube analytics. Like you're not thinking about like, what are people going to think about this? That. Yeah. Like, and I think that, you know, I talked about this on the show that I was on yesterday. I think that when a lot of people go into YouTube, there's always that compromise of like, well, you start the YouTube channel thinking that it's like 100% creative expression, total control, but then YouTube analytics like gets up in your head. And so there's always this balance of like, maybe I'll make one for the analytics and then one that is for me or whatever. Right. And this video is 100% like, in fact, I really think that you're going to get some unsubscribes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, it's going to hurt.
I was going to say good riddance, but
it's going to hurt.
Oh yeah. It's going to be
just when you see a thumbnail that
wait.
looks annoying and like terrible. That's the one. I literally titled it worst thumbnail.jpg.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't.
Which is funny. Leo said the 24mm GM gangster mode is on his list, working super hard for it. Yeah, I mean, I think you saw my review on it. Such a good lens. Such a good freaking lens.
Did you tell him after?
Probably, because I think I did talk about it in a members only live stream.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so if you are one of Tom's members, because you actually showed it.
Yeah, because I'm so excited, and like I don't know when I get to put the video out.
The video is it's just pure gold.
It's quite the performance in terms of acting and memorization.
Let's see. Is this the same secret thing that Peter is working on?
No, because there's only 8 people in the world that have that thing.
Yeah.
But that thing is super cool and like really, really neat.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts on community, Tom?
It's valuable to start one or be a part of one. Start or be a part.
What would your advice be to people who are like, how do I build a community?
It has to be organic in some way. So if you jump out and you're like, well, I'm going to, we were able to start our Mighty Network because we do have like communities we had cultivated through our channels and stuff like that. But if I had just like, I'm going to start my YouTube channel, also open a Mighty Network, like there's not going to be anyone in there.
Yeah.
So you have to, understand where you're at, where your strengths are.
Oh my, you should show it to Doc.
Oh yeah. I don't even know where to begin with it.
Doc,
but
you're going to love it.
Yeah. It's right up your alley.
It's so up your alley.
But simple stuff, like replying to YouTube comments and I mean, just little things like that really like start the foundational point. And if you make something one of the biggest pieces of advice that coaches and stuff always give is to be consistent, but that's not for analytics or anything. Like, be consistent so that people know when and where to find you, so that way they can interact with you more and do all that kind of stuff.
Is this just the YouTube members? So
the actual video is for everybody.
Yeah, the video will.
And I'm thinking of doing the behind the scenes one for everyone too. I haven't made it yet, but depending how the video does, I kind of want to do because it's a fun little video. I don't know.
Is that going to be a vlog on the Tom Buck channel?
It's an explanation of what happened. It's not like, hey guys, what's up? I'm going to get Pokey. Here I am at the Pokey Palace. Royalty free.
Okay, first of all, what is wrong with telling people what you're going to have for lunch?
Nothing, but it's not going to be that much of a left turn from like...
I said this on Caleb Pike's stream, but just wanted to say thanks for everything you do for this amazing, amazing community. Aw. Well, we're so happy you're a part of it, Bailey. And thank you.
And Caleb Pike is one of the first people I like. He's one of the first people who put the idea of like, you could just have a YouTube channel in my head. So
oh, wow.
I love him. Yes.
You got to do what makes you happy. Otherwise, you fall away.
Yes.
Ask me no questions and I'll tell you no lies. Let's see. Roxanne.
Please not another R3 video where you're not allowed to show anything about it. Oh my God, it's so annoying. But no, it's nothing like that. It's the most revolutionary new product that changes everything, and it's super real.
Yeah, see?
There's nothing wrong with getting pokey. I was just saying left turn. The people who are like, hey, Tom's going to tell me about a live streaming tip and trick. Oh, wait, why am I watching him like fumble with chopsticks?
Okay, so here's Kevin's guess. That you got a Sony review unit before the rest of the world. It's like even crazier.
It's even better.
I can't. That's all I could say. That's all I could say.
They're gonna get so mad at me.
No, they're not.
Like, wait, this was the thing.
It's so good. God,
I
wish. Okay, you know what? Remember when I did a watch party for Making a Living on YouTube? We should totally do a watch party for yours.
But we don't know when that's going to come out, though, is the thing. I can't schedule it. It's just like, it'll come out when it comes out with all the other ones. So I can't, by its very nature, it can't be done that way.
That'd be cool, though.
I mean.
You need to figure out when something's going to drop. And then, anyway, okay. Let's see. I am too confused with Tom's acting. So am I. Poke.
No, family, it's Poke.
Poke.
Like Pokemon.
I need to know.
Secretly definitely tells me I plugged in and I need to know. Yeah,
yes, Sammy, then you know.
Yeah, no, I
but
think
like
you're
you
right.
need to see it because
right.
It's so good.
It's the Rodecaster 4. I just skipped the 2 and 3.
An
AI that generates puns. Yeah, I don't even have to make my videos anymore. It's funny. The white person in me is dying over here.
Heather is just your best PR, the level of teasing.
I know. So you're like, what are you going to hype up? I completely forgot about something. Oh, yes. It's also sitting right over there.
Oh, sorry. I can't wait for, anyway, sorry. We should switch it up because we don't want to. Anyway, there's 44 people. I think this is our most
because you teased that new sweet drop. It's a Canon camera with a Sony sensor and it only takes Nikon lenses.
And has a Rodecaster in it.
Yeah, just stuck to the side of it.
Yeah. Anyway.
I wanted you to fill that awkward silence.
Well, I prompt you with questions. You gotta, give me something.
Well, so how do you feel about community? You tell me. You tell me how you feel about community and what advice you would give Miss Passion Economy.
I think it's easier to build a community than it is to build an audience. I think, the caveat to that is that you need an audience to build a community because there needs to be
a little bit of a catch-22 there.
Yeah, you need to have your community and your vision for it can be the coolest thing ever, but if no one knows it exists, then they can't be a part of it, right? So that's where I think that YouTube is the best platform for discovering communities that you can be a part of because it's so like-minded. More so than, you can find creators who are creating content that are just for you, where you're like, wow, I could watch this channel all day. Mm-hmm. But you can actually be a part of a community where it's that's where you want to hang out. And that's like, I feel truer than ever, especially in 2021. So you can create those communities or be a part of it, and it's cool.
Yeah, and organic is a big key there. I did want to point out, William said maybe the real Mysterious Tom video was the friends we made along the way. True. Josh said, so Heather, what do you think with your following you will get review items, or just Tom with the bigger following?
Well, because I don't do reviews. Like, I don't review products. So people reach out to me, but well, now actually, ever since the passion economy stuff, a lot of like startups and founders are reaching out to me.
That's kind of cool.
Creator platforms.
Yeah, that you're like almost, I don't want to say a consultant, but you're almost like in that feedback consultant thing where it's not like they just really want input on something.
Yeah.
And then everybody who has a YouTube channel with like even like a couple hundred subscribers gets all the weird emails of like hair growth serum. And
here's my,
something that's not related at all to whatever you do.
Jewelry line or whatever.
I'm an Amazon seller from P.O. No Geo Tech, and we are the number one. We are the number one seller of microphones in the world. And I'm like,
okay, first of all, we need to plan a Just Create More con.
But not like a con, like a convention.
Yeah.
Not like a.
Yeah, no, like a meetup.
Yeah.
Let's start there, and let's just book it. Summer 2022. No, because it's too hot.
I was saying, it's so hot.
Yeah, because you guys have to come here. Or we'll go on tour.
The road
to road. Oh, shut up. That's...
James
oh my
and Mark
God.
said,
Stop.
manscaping companies reach out 50 likes and we'll manscape one. Heather had manscaping companies reach out to her.
Yeah, I was like, hello.
Not the right thing. For some reason, the famous family quote from Mindy's like, community. JCMC.
Yeah,
that's right.
JCMC.
Why TF they keep sending me hair growth crap when they watch my video? Well, if they only see the ones with the hat.
I think until last week I didn't see you without a hat on. I know your channel icon has it, but
oh, look at this. Filmtopia. Since we're sharing secrets but not what they are, I have a very Filmtopia-ish gear review of something I just received in the mail.
Ooh.
Hashtag you tell me.
I will tell you, Tom.
No, I'm not. I need to keep this one. Yeah. Hey, Alex here. What's up, Alex? We want you to review our product. Go and buy it on Amazon. Then when you leave a 5-star review, we reimburse you. Yeah, that's just a bribe, But yeah.
So if I wish to do a channel like Tom where you get review items before everyone else, is this something I need to invest in with the $100 a month community? You have to help start this.
I would never want to start a channel to get products because you're just going to get a bunch of crap that sits on the shelf anyway. You're not going to get the stuff that you really want. Just build the channel you want to build.
Yeah, so the approach that I would recommend is like whatever line of products it is that you're excited about. So we'll take Filmtopia, right? Like he's obsessed with film. So if right now he's talking a lot about Marvel, right? So that's not really practical for a Marvel thing, but like say he talks about like, here's all the tools that you can use when you're making your own short film. Then someone who makes one of those tools can reach out and be like, hey, could you see how this works in your workflow? Yeah. Give us feedback. And then eventually it turns into, hey, can you tell your audience about it and stuff like that.
And sometimes like, speaking of community, that's also how you can build relationships. So there's like your audience, like the community based around what you make, but there's also like a network community. So a good example would be Deity microphones, which I have the Deity S Mic 2, which they did send me, but they just reached out to me because they just kept seeing like, literally the message was like, hey, we've noticed like sort of a brand monopoly and we'd love to just like get to know you more because I talk a lot about Rode stuff, even though we're not using any Rode mics right now. But they were like, they just wanted to talk so we get to know them. It had nothing to do with a new product, nothing to do with a project, nothing to do with anything. It was literally just like, here's what our company does. What do you do? And like half of it really did feel like I'm just hanging out talking with audio nerds, which was super fun.
Yeah, because you'd want to do that anyway.
Yeah, and then you have, and then when something down the line makes sense, like then they reached out and they were like, we noticed like you have a ton of mics, but you actually don't have an XLR shotgun microphone. We have one that you think would work good for your setup. Do you want to check it out? And like literally not to make a video or anything, but just like, do you want to just have this microphone in your setup? Sure. And then I can talk to them.
Another example of this is I interviewed Dan C. Bearded, who was in the chat earlier, on From 1 to 100. So over on my channel, the Heather Ramirez channel, I think he was episode, I can't remember what episode it was, maybe 6.
Yeah.
But he does exactly this for beard products. So it really is, you know, if you are willing to be like the hardcore fan for a very specific thing that you're passionate about, whether that's beards or baking cookies or cacti, you know, then it's only going to be a natural thing for companies to want to partner with the enthusiasts or the influencers.
But I like that, enthusiasts. Better than influencer.
Oh, enthusiasts.
I like that.
Enthusiasts.
The enthusiasm economy.
Oh my god, I like that. Oh my god, I think that's it. Because then it's not like passion, like, oh, you know, you're, you know, when I say passion economy, I think people cringe. But enthusiast, that's like proactive. That's like, oh, I like it.
I'm an enthusiast.
Enthusiast economy. No, that sounds weird.
The enthusiasm economy. Enthusiacon 2022.
Oh, I kind of like it.
I did see Doc said, bruh, when I was a tech writer, I got so much trash it was obnoxious. Don't channel free stuff. It's never free and bad for the earth. Yeah. You don't like, and a lot of it needs to come from an organic place too, because like the Roadcaster is my best example on my channel. But the reason I didn't go like, I want to make these Roadcaster videos to get a bunch of views. It was literally like, oh my God, this solves problems I've been having for years. Like, I'm so excited about this. I need to tell people about it. And what more could a company want too, obviously. Yeah. Oh, Leo, you just won a D4. Awesome. A Deity D4 mic on Twitter. Good. That's super freaking exciting. Everyone's like, oh my God, we found a new name.
Enthusiasts.
Eureka.
I like it.
We just witnessed history, yo. Gang. I love these.
Enthusiasts. The enthusiast economy.
It goes back down to literally.
How did that even happen? I need to rewind this.
My channel was called, because you said like you're sharing you're an enthusiast.
Yeah, and then I was like influencer.
My channel was called The Enthusiasm Project. Like that's where it all full circle.
Do you understand the difference between enthusiasm and passion? Like
I don't know. You can split hairs, but and when I hear of an enthusiast, so somebody is a classic car enthusiast, I do think of they're very proactive.
Right.
They're very like they're going to know everything about it. They're going to be involved. They're going to do this, but they're not necessarily the car manufacturer.
Because I feel like passion conveys that it's like talent. It's like something that you are, you know, born with. It's like ethereal. But enthusiast is like no. You could be obsessed with cars or beards or. It's like
it's more of a conscious choice on your part. Like you decided, you found something and then dove into it.
Right, and it's not like, oh, you were born to be a painter. It's like, no. I
watched a lot of Bob Ross and now I can paint.
Well, no, it's like I love horticulture, you know, and I don't have to be the best. I'm just super enthusiastic about it. Oh my God, I'm excited. Oh my God.
Muhammad said this is a Gigabrain full circle complete origin story of name. Just create enthusiasm.
Wait, I need a process.
I know.
The enthusiasm economy? The enthusiast
Calm down,
economy.
HR, before you break something. The enthusiasm economy.
The enthusiasm.
The economy of enthusiasm.
I don't know about that, but
anyway, I cannot spell enthusiast. What about enthusiastoclastic? Yes, exactly. That's what I said.
I love this. I love it.
You live, breathe, and eat it. Yes. That's just the thing that you won't. There you go, Bailey. I'm a massive Harry Potter enthusiast. I can name spells and what time they first appear in the movies, who uses them, everything like that.
That is it, because then it implies more of like a hobby than like a a natural talent kind of thing, which I feel like passion
goes into like the
people roll their eyes when they hear passion. Creators like, I'm passionate too. I'm like, yeah,
but also like the strategy of going into it. Okay, it's the passion economy. That means I need to have my plan and my this, my organ, versus like an enthusiast really feels more organic. Like
but I think so no economy.
No, I mean just enthusiasm. Like economy's irrelevant and like whatever, that's fine. But I mean, like, passion economy already has a connotation to it that means something because there's articles about it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no connotation.
I need to think about it. Because it can't just be enthusiasm.
No, that's not what I was saying at all.
Oh. So what were you saying? So you're saying that enthusiasts are the people that participate in the passion economy? Is that what you're saying?
No. I was just going back to what we talked about on our podcast earlier that we recorded before the stream, where it was like there's sort of a set of like, well, here's when you have a pre-established thing, here's the creator economy, passion economy, whatever, then it feels like, well, this is the way this is done. This is the way this works. This is the way this works over here. But now you're just making something new. Call it economy. It doesn't matter. But like, it's just, since it's not already a thing, it doesn't have to fall into something. And by its very nature, the word just brings to mind.
I think I'm going to call it an economy.
Yeah, no, I'm not telling you not to.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I don't like take that idea and just throw it away because that's
sorry.
That's not part of what is happening.
Okay. Where are we going here? Let's see.
I'm glad we didn't end the stream earlier.
I know. Horticulture.
Just shorten it to E.
EE. Yeah, CE.
Oh, yeah, the EE.
The
EE.
The enthusiasm space.
Enthusionomy. That sounds like a class. I'm taking Enthusionomy 101.
Dude, yo, I'll be happy. Let's teach it, yo. Oh my god, our next talk, Enthusionomy
101.
Yes. Let's see. Yes.
Enthusiatopia.
All right. Well, hi Mel. Good to see you. She's been traveling. And it's fun. For me, it is the passion economy.
Oh, it's a monkey. I didn't see
wow.
The emoji.
You did it.
I went on the journey of that comment. This should be your course, Enthusionomy. Enthusianomist.
Okay, straight up, you know how we want to do like a talk, like a keynote talk?
Yeah.
I can't do it without you. We got to do it together.
Rap battles.
It's the Enthusionomy.
There we go. Enthusionomy 2022. Coming to a city near you.
Just Create More Con happening.
JCM, sponsored by Verizon Wireless. I don't know.
Sponsored by? I don't know who it's sponsored by. Okay, let's go.
I'm just thinking of a big faceless corporation. What? Oh, is it time to clear the table?
I think it's clear.
I was totally spaced out.
The table. Anyway, it was so great hanging out with you guys, and just want to thank you again for being part of the Postonics is calling, which means that you've got delivery.
Yay!
Our PO box is calling because Tom has a package.
Yeah, I'm gonna be PO'd if I don't go pick it up.
We have a sound effect.
No. Anyway, that's the end of my podcast.
I pushed a button. My bad. I pushed a button.
It's fine. It just, if it had kept going, it would have ended the stream.
Oh, okay.
Which is fine, but
anyway.
I was saying Persant say, can we pre-con in Idlewild?
Yeah, I haven't been there yet. Sponsored by NordVPN.
All right. Well, thank you guys. I hope
go.
you all have a great, happy, healthy, fun rest of your day. Doc, I don't know if you're streaming later, but I'll be excited to be in the chat. I look forward to that. It's like our evening time.
It's like his favorite thing now,
like
Doc, when you go live.
Yeah.
I mean, it's my favorite thing too, but he's like, is Doc on right now?
It's completely true. Anyway, I can play the song and we can say thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day and we will see you next time.